The Florida Abortion Amendment, Amendment 4 in Florida, which would have added language to the Florida Constitution, the Declaration of Rights to protect the right to abortion before fetal viability or when necessary to protect a patient's health. Florida voting that down, Rachel.
David, abortion is on the ballot in 10 states across the country, Florida being one of them. I want you to take a look. They needed to get 60% to pass here. 57% said yes. 43% saying no. Florida has a 6-week abortion ban right now. That is what Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law there. Former President Donald Trump himself has even called that too harsh. We're going to be watching some other states tonight. These are the 10 states where abortion is going to be on the ballot. This from Florida, though, David, is notable. It's the first time that we are seeing abortion on the ballot actually fail, because you remember that abortion on the ballot has won in every single state, including conservative states like Kentucky, Ohio, and Kansas. It's also going to be on the ballot tonight in 2 battlegrounds, Nevada and Arizona. This is going to be a major blow to Democrats and also just abortion rights advocates. Take a look at this map. This is the abortion restrictions after Roe versus Wade was overturned. And I really want you to pay attention here to the South. Florida has a 6-week abortion ban. So does Georgia, as well as South Carolina. There's almost nowhere to go in the South for women who are seeking abortion care. They have to travel very far. That's why Democrats really wanted to see this pass.
Let's go over to Kate Shaw, our legal analyst. Kate, what do you make of this?
Well, so of course it's right that under Florida's rules, this amendment failed. But you look at the numbers, 57% of Floridians actually did vote to protect abortion under the state's constitution. So it just has a higher threshold than other states. So of course it's right this amendment failed. But I also think the data tells us that even a lot of voters, presumably, who voted for Donald Trump also voted to protect abortion. I think the question is, Kamala Harris has tried to make the case that even though abortion is only on the ballot in 10 states this cycle, it's really on the ballot everywhere because it matters so much who the president is, what the law surrounding abortion will be. The question is how that message resonates, if at all, in other states.
And in particular in Florida, Kate, to vote it down and to vote for Donald Trump, when you look out west to Nevada and Arizona, where it's also on the ballot, it's going to get into this whole notion of, sort of a split ticket, whether or not you vote for the amendment, but then you don't vote for Kamala Harris. You don't tie the two together.
Potential. So I think we're going to see throughout the night how much voters are separating these issues out. But of course, in these states, there are lower thresholds for actually voting to protect abortion. And maybe you will see if Florida voters thought, well, abortion will be protected in our state, we can still vote for Donald Trump because, we'll have protections here for voting for this amendment. That may or may not be true, depending on what if Trump is elected president, what happens at the federal level with respect to abortion. But there may be complex calculuses going on about kind of what state law will mean with respect to abortion and what the federal government could do with respect to abortion.
Absolutely. We're going to continue to track it, particularly in those western swing states.